My friends, let's make your solos that much better right away. We're going to talk about two things: rhythmic phrasing, which I have talked about a whole lot, and sing-alongable melodic solos. And what I mean by that is moving up and down in your melodic lines by a second or a third. No jumps any bigger than that. It sort of mimics the human voice as we're speaking, and it's really digestible to the ear. What's really nice is if I'm in A minor here and I do that, these lines are very sing-alongable. They're slow enough. I'm not doing sweep picking. I'm not doing anything crazy. There is always a time for that, which is great. We can really get into guitar mode, and that is a little bit more of like human voice melodic mode, which is really nice. The cool thing is, within that, moving up and down a scale of seconds and thirds for your sort of melodic motifs, let's just say, is adding larger jumps. Sometimes it pulls the ear in and it adds like a little bit of an element of surprise without getting too far off into, you know, your sort of sweep picking and tapping and such. So if I have that same idea, right, those larger jumps just sort of pull you in a little bit more. Now, if we do it too much, it's going to sound a little bit random. Right? Little too random. But they're really nice to throw in for that sort of melodic part, right? Before you get into the tapping and the sweep picking and such. If we're doing that and we're combining it with interesting rhythmic phrases, so getting out of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and right? Just that kind of stuff. We can develop a huge, robust vocabulary of really, really great guitar lines. What I want you to do is listen to at least the beginning part of the solo for Hotel California. I'm not going to play it now. I'm not going to do a deep dive. There are a million guitar tutorials on that guitar solo. But tap out those phrases rhythmically. Almost take the notes out and just like tap it out and see how cool those rhythmic phrases are. And they're not just 1 and 2 and 3 and right. They're not like super boring, as well as moving up in that sort of like melodic, mimicking the human voice phrases, as well as those bigger intervals, right? Bigger interval jumps of like a fifth or a flat sixth or whatever it is to pull the ear in. It's why that solo is so interesting, especially in the first half of it. And if you are an intermediate guitar player, sort of stuck in that boring, stale, robotic guitar solo plateau that we all get into, and you really want to bridge the gap between your creative ideas and what you're able to play, becoming fully fretboard fluent, comment pro below and we can get started.